Y'all hear that? Let's see if I can get on my app here. See if it'll tell me what kind of bird that is. Merlin bird ID. That is a cardinal. I would not have guessed that. Awesome. And one you probably can't hear is an eastern phoebe. I don't even know what that is, but that's what the bird ID says. One of the birds is an eastern phoebe. So if you know what that is, let me know down in the comments. Hey, what's up everybody? John here, Delighted Acres Farm. And this is the first actual video I've made in, gosh, it feels like probably a month. If you watched my last video, it was last week, and it was just on my drive home from work, and I was just kind of giving you guys an update of the last month or so. And so it's been kind of one of those times when it just seems like every other day there's just been something's been going on. And so just a brief recap. So at about a month ago or so, I was going to bed one night and I just moved wrong, sat down. When I went to get back up, I couldn't hardly stand up. It took me about 10 minutes to be able to stand up. And I was in the other room, and I thought, well, I'm not going to bother Kelly. But after I finally got stood up, and I went into the bedroom, and I could barely stand, and Kelly was like, oh, okay, well, this is my lower back. And she helped me into the living room where we have a lift recliner, and so I could get into the lift recliner and it would lower me down, which was good. And so, but it took about 10 minutes to go through the dining room into the living room, because that's how bad it was trying to walk. And the next day it had eased up a little bit, but it had moved into inflaming the bursa sac on my hip. And so then I went from just a back issue to bursitis in my hip. And after a few days, it was going away. I was at work. I left work early on a Friday because I was just feeling miserable. Got home, I had a fever. Well, come to find out, I had COVID. So back, hip, COVID. COVID wasn't too bad, but as I got over that, Kelly got it. Well, that was on a Tuesday. My knee started bothering me. So I mean, it was really bothering me pretty bad. But went to work, and I was hobbling along, and for about a week and a half, my knee bothered me so bad. But I wound up going to the doctor on a Thursday, and the doctor said, yeah, because they have x-ray machine right there in the doctor's office, and they took a x-ray of it and said, yeah, you don't have any cartilage in your knee, and so we're going to start off with just trying to take care of it for now with pain management, because I'm way too big to even qualify for having surgery, and which I'll get into that here in just a minute. But so yeah, he gave me some pain medicine, and over the next couple of days, the pain started to ease up, but I couldn't sleep through the night, and so called the doctor. He said, well, take one of the pain medicines in the evening also, not just in the morning. But I also had to do blood work while I was there, because the first time I've been to the doctor in more than 3 years since we've been in Oklahoma. And so, guys, go to the doctor. But I understand the idea that, hey, you don't go to the doctor, they can't tell you something's wrong, therefore you're healthy until you're not. And so I was not. So they required some blood work because I was a new patient. And, well, I already knew that I had cholesterol issues, and that was from whenever we were living in Ohio. I just never got back to it. Also, I had high blood pressure, and so I got on a cholesterol med, blood pressure med, and the pain med. And so now I'm officially doing the old man thing and having to watch my diet, and which that's not an old man thing. You should do it all the time, regardless of how old you are. If you're young and watching this, take care of yourself now so that you're not having to deal with stuff whenever you get older. So anyway, got the medicines, and I had to go back after a week and do some more blood work for liver issue, potential liver issues. They were doing a hepatitis panel for A, B, and C, and so I got that back just a couple days ago. And the nurse said, "Well, your blood came back and said that at some point in your past you have had hepatitis A, but it was not anytime recent." And so, which is good. And then I don't know if you know anything about hepatitis A, but evidently once you have it, you don't get it again. So I'm not worried about it, and they weren't worried about it either. It was just, a marker saying, hey, you have had it. So, all that to say, y'all, I still have to go and have a scan of my liver coming up at the end of the coming week, and they just have to do not a sonogram, but where they scan your liver to see if there's anything wrong with it, because some of my blood work came back with really, really high numbers of liver enzymes. So I probably have, I don't know what's going on, but they'll do a scan, they'll tell me what's going on. And so anyway, yeah, it's just seems like a whole bunch at once, but it's because I never did anything for a long time, and now that I'm doing something, it's all being shown to me. So this could have all come one at a time at some point in life, but like I said, because it's been so long, so I've been to the doctor, had blood work, then they're finding all the stuff at the same time. So like I said, I'm not too concerned about it. And so all of that being said, my knee is way better, but I did go to Walmart the other day. I got me a fancy red cane, so whenever I need to use it, I got it, and it has come in handy. I tell Kelly that's my dress cane, so that's like going to church, going shopping, stuff like that. I have an older one in the house, and Kelly got me a, the rubber end. She bought me a replacement for the other one, and it's got four little feet on it so that it'll just stand up. And that could be, I told her it was my four-wheel drive, my all-terrain cane. And so if I'm out walking through the yard or at work, we park on the gravel parking lot, and so I take it to work. And so anyway, that's neither here nor there. But you guys, I'm doing way better with my knee. If you watched the last video or you've watched seen any of my posts or anything, I'm doing a lot better. My knee, I can walk around without the cane most of the time. It does start to hurt a little bit, but yeah. So on to what I'm doing to make things a little better. So it's been a couple weeks now since I went to the doctor with the pain in my knee, and of course getting the blood results back. So I started paying attention to what I'm eating. In the last couple of weeks, y'all, I've eaten more fruit than I have had in I can't remember when, and which I like it. I like fruit, but it's just a matter of you got to prepare the fruit ahead of time, because in the moment I'm not going to do it. And so we had a lot of grapes, berries. I've had quite a bit of grapefruit and bananas and stuff like that, and so those are way better snacks than the iced honey bun out of the machine at work, which is 720 calories. And so y'all, don't ever get started regularly having high sugar, high processed snacks and foods and whatever. Y'all, if you look at the label on your foods, sugars and salts, guys, most of your food from the grocery store, if it's packaged, sugars and salts are a big deal. And fast food, same thing. It adds up way faster than you would ever imagine. So pay attention to the labels. See if you realize how much sugar you're taking in. Anyway, there is a hummingbird flying back and forth. Come here. It's got to be a repeat, because we used to have feeders up under here. We didn't have them last year, but it is flying around where the feeders typically are, and so it's got to be a repeat from at least a couple years ago. So we need to get some feeders up. Anyway, sorry, but I have, like I said, been eating a lot better. Been eating tuna, and I have not had much bread or chips or any of the anything like that. So in the last week, roughly last week, I lost 6 pounds, and a couple of pounds before that, and so it is already improving. I'm already becoming healthier. My blood pressure has come down almost 40 points already in that amount of time. The guys, I got on the scale, I said this last time, but I got on the scale in February, and as of a couple days ago, I've lost 20 pounds, because I got started back then knowing that I needed to start eating better, but that coupled with the last week or so, 20 pounds, y'all, that I have gone down since February. So I'm excited about that, and that is something I have to do for the health of my knee. Because I get a bunch of weight off of the knee, then that's going to put not nearly as much pressure on the joints. So anyway, but today I'm going to do some stuff out back. I'm going to take care of the chicken. I'm going to clean the coop out because it needs it, and I got some other things to do, but right now I'm going to go take care of the chicken coop, and I'm going to bring you guys with me. And I don't know if you see this. This is my microphone. Usually it's on a thing on my neck, but we'll see how it goes with it clipped up here. And I don't know how the wind's going to be. The breeze is blowing just a little bit, but hopefully it doesn't mess with it too much. So I'll probably have to mow at some point. That's my plan, because y'all, we got a lot of rain, and just make it through this part. We got a lot of rain in the last week and a half, and so this grass has really grown, and so I mowed last week. The last couple of years, overall in 2 years, I've mowed about 8 times. If I mow today, it will already be the 3rd time that I have mowed this spring. And it needs it. So anyway, I don't know if you can hear the birds singing or not, but the birds have been singing all morning, and it is beautiful. Breeze is picking up some, sun is shining. It's still probably in the 60s, and so it's fabulous. You guys, thanks for watching, and come along with me. The first thing I got to do, I take the trash out here to the dumpster, because I need my gorilla cart so I can take care of the chicken coop. So all these birds may start singing or flying away. Anyway, let's see. Break down your boxes. Well, we have enough space here that we're probably not gonna have to worry about it. But I can hear some of y'all. If you break down the boxes, you have more room in your dumpster. I need to get my nesting pads and that I gotta grab. Nesting pads out of the pickup. If you guys have chickens, do you use nesting pads, or do you use something else to put in the box? Good morning, ladies. Helen, what's up? Mildred, Charlotte, and Pearl hanging out back there by herself, as always. I was saying about Pearl, she is the one that hangs back the most, and so when she hangs back, it's funny because it's almost like she's scared, but she's also waiting to see what happens if we're going to give a treat or if we're going to try to do something, but she is super cautious. And so once she hangs back, she just won't come forward until we shut the door and sometimes walk away from the pen. But whenever something good is going on, the other 3 hens, it's like they know Pearl is the one in charge, and so she hangs back. But if there's food or snacks or something and she grabs one, they really don't try to go after her and get it. So Pearl's kind of funny that way. These pavers Kelly cleaned out from because we're having a hard time opening the door. Well, the problem is we got hardware cloth down here and we can't clean out any further, and this whole thing has sunk down a little bit so that the 2x4, this door doesn't want to open all the way, and so it hits this, so we gotta figure out something to do to make that better. So I may just have to take these pavers out of the way, but anyway. So we will take a look here at the ugly side of keeping chickens or animals and not taking care of them, or at least waiting too long. So all of this stuff here is wood chips and poop. And if you notice, all this stuff is stuck on. Well, that is partly because it's just so much of the poop, but also because as much as this coop is relatively weather tight, it's not 100%, because if it was 100% they'd suffocate. But this section here, this is a corner where they roost, and so it's also by the door, and when the rain comes in, and it comes in with wind, it just makes it wet, and so this just has to be cleaned out. So I'm going to do this real quick, get everything else cleaned out, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, so there we go, guys. It's all clean, fresh, renewed. Got nesting pad in the middle, nesting pad in each of the boxes, and I've got chips, wood chips put down in here. I need to put a few more in here, but I'll do that. I might do that later on. But anyway, I got that done. So, oh, there you go. See, there's my fancy cane. And I just tweaked my knee about 3 minutes ago, so I may be walking with that a little bit. Open this up real quick. So I gave them worms earlier, which they always like, but I noticed they didn't eat all of them, which they go crazy for them, but they didn't eat all of them. And so I threw some scratch in here a couple minutes ago, and they have been picking through it. So I have always just put both of them in at the same time, the scratch and the worms, but I've never done them separately like this. So I'm not sure what it is in the scratch that they really like to go after. I'm guessing it might be a millet or something, but they don't seem to be really going after the cracked corn, but after something else. So I'm not sure, but I just thought that was interesting because they have plenty of boon worms, but they want the scratch right now. So, you know, just like us, they want what they want when they want it. Go ahead and get this closed up here, so I can let the girls in. Mildred has been hopping up here, wanting to get in, so I don't know if she needs to lay an egg or not, but hold on. Hold on, Pearl. I got it. I mean, Mildred, come on. There you go. Go ahead and grab the water out of here, because that's just filthy, because that was my fault. Well, got stuff coming apart in here, too. No? Girls? No? All right. Well, I'll go ahead and close this up because I gotta take care of the water and I got other stuff to do. Anyway, like I said, I pulled that out. You see, let's see. My camera's doing stuff here. Okay, well, anyhow, all right, there we go. So, see all around the water thing, that all fell in when I took that tray out, and it just sloughed it off. So I gotta clean that. So as you can see, I've already cleaned out the gorilla cart. It wasn't all that bad. So, but now I gotta take care of the water. Let's see. Part of the problem also is they're jumping up in there and pooping in the water while it's sitting in there. So oh, I got my toe wet. All right, fill it up. What I need to do, hold on, oh, that's loud. What I need to do is I need to fix one of the other waterers, the one with the nipples. But I want to find the little cups that go in the 5-gallon bucket. We have little nipples that are on there, and those foul up every once in a while. I want to try the little cups that fill up with water. See if that works any better. So for right now, we'll make do with what we got. Really would like to be able to just fill up a waterer from the top without having to take the whole thing out as we do right now. So it's just so you saw this bottom right here. You have to fill this up upside down, put the bottom on it, flip it upside right side up, I mean. So, anyway, also got a new nozzle somewhere in the house. I don't remember where it's at. This thing leaks Leaks, leaks, leaks. So anyway, we'll take care of that maybe this afternoon. So there's that. Oh. Y'all, do not let your knees go bad, because once they start to hurt during the day, they just hurt. And not a lot of, doesn't always go backwards and start feeling the best. So bring the water back around here. And give it to the girls. Yo, there's just all kinds of stuff over here with this. The roof bar came down. Back up, back up. Come on. There's some clean water. There you go. You got to go inside though. You got to go inside. Hey, move your butt. Okay. So there's that. Oh, they like fresh water. All right, guys. Well, I got all that done, and I got back up here, and I'm gonna get busy doing some other things, but I'm gonna finish out the video here. And you guys, thanks so much for watching again. As always, I really appreciate it. And y'all, if you have something that is just sticking out in your mind, and you have a question or a comment, or you just have something that you want to share, put it down in the comments down below, and I'll look forward to that. I always enjoy the interaction with you guys. And so anyway, you guys, I'm gonna let you go, get off here. And so you guys have a great rest of your day, whatever day it is that you are watching this, and I will see you on the next video.